In this tutorial video, we are going to be learning how to self-host Umami inside our own custom server. Now, before we start learning how to install, let's know what is Umami. Umami is basically a web analytics tool that we all should use to track our users what they are doing inside our front-end application. It's an open source alternative of Google Analytics, and the best part is that you can self-host by yourself. It's very lightweight, it has a very small tracking JavaScript, and it's very easy to use. So in this video, we'll learn about the whole setup, how we can self-host by ourselves in our own custom server. It can be any server. You only need a VPS to run this. For this case, I'm choosing AWS, but it's not limited to AWS. You can choose any other cloud provider or your old machine if you want. Now you need to just connect to your instance after it's ready. Here I'm using Ubuntu instance. Like this machine has 2 CPU and 2 GB RAM. Now first we need to have Docker installed in our system. So let's get sudo access and then let's install Docker. Just do a simple Google search for Docker install and then you will get the option from docs.docker.com. Select install Docker engine. Now you need to choose your operating system. In our case, it was Ubuntu. And now you need to simply copy this installation command and paste it inside your instance like this. And it will do the work by itself. It will take some time to complete. And if it prompts for yes or no, just type Y and continue. After this is complete, we can just install Docker C and Docker CLI. It will take around 300 MB of size. Process is now completed. You can verify whether Docker is running like Docker PS or simply using systemctl status Docker. Here it is installed and it's enabled and also it's running. Now that we have installed Docker, now we need to pull the image from Umami inside our machine so that we can use. For this case, we need to write some code. It will be a Docker compose file. You can choose any folder. In this case, let's write it here inside Ubuntu. We'll make a new folder. It will be Umami. And here, inside this folder, we'll be writing some files. Now, then we need to navigate to that folder, Umami. Currently, we are in this folder, home/ubuntu/umami. And here, we need to write a Docker compose file. Let's use nano editor, docker-compose.yml. And here we need to specify the image that we need to pull. Here we'll be just pasting our code. Here we'll be writing this code. Basically, we are calling the official Umami image from GitHub container registry. It's Umami plus Postgres. Here we need to specify our database URL. And along with Umami, we are also running our database calling Postgres 15 Alpine image. For this, we are just setting the DB as Umami, user also Umami, and password. You can choose any password. For this, don't keep strong_db_password. Here we are creating two services. First one is our Umami service and second one is our DB service. And also persisting our data inside volume Umami data at DB. I will give you this whole command inside the description. Don't worry about that. But after you have written this command, you need to save this. Now we have written our Docker compose file. We need to simply call Docker compose up -d. And it will first pull the image. This pulling both the image. First it's pulling Postgres and then it's pulling the official Umami software from GitHub container registry. And now both the containers are running. We can verify it using Docker PS. Now both are running. Let's run Docker stats. Here as you can see that Umami DB is consuming around 52 MB and Umami itself is consuming around 300 MB. So now, if we do Docker PS, we'll find that Umami is running in localhost 3000 and it's connected with our Postgres Docker container. So now we can simply call localhost 3000. If we do like localhost 3000, in that case, we'll find that we are getting this response. That means it's working correctly. Now, currently it's running on localhost port 3000. Now, if you have the option to access the port 3000 externally, then you can access it. In my case, inside firewall, I had set up to allow access to port 3000. Now, for testing purpose only, I'm allowing it. Like if I go to the IP and then type port 3000, here you will find that Umami is working. And for start, the username will be admin and password will be Umami. Like this, click on login and it is going to work fine. Like here, you need to add your website and then it will work the same. But here wanting to note that you can't send unsecure access and direct access to your port. For this, we need to host it inside our custom domain. For this, what we can do, we need to just do some modification inside our Docker Compose file, like we'll edit it. Again, we'll call nano docker compose.ynl. Here we can add one more image. After the database, in just add one more image. This time it will be our caddy image so that we can get our custom domain. Here we'll be just having another service. It will be our caddy service and image will be caddy latest and it will be using port 80, port 443 and port 443 UDP. And in volume, it will depend on caddy file and caddy data and caddy config. And also it depends on Umami service, this one. And after this, we need to also specify the volumes like caddy data, caddy config. Now just save it. Now only editing it is not going to do any work. We need to also create a caddy file and write our custom domain. So again, using nano editor, we'll create a caddy file. And here we need to specify our domain. Here we want to reverse proxy of our Umami service that is running in port 3000. Now we don't want to proxy it into localhost. Instead, here we want to use our custom domain. For this, you can bring your own domain. Now here you need to write your own domain. In my case, let it be umami.snehasis.com like this. And we need to save this. But only saving this, it's not going to work. We need to get the instance IPv4 address, go inside our domain provider, create a new record, paste the IP. Do not select proxy for now. Set it to DNS only and then add our custom domain. Like we are setting that our domain points to this IP and that is going to be enough for our case. Now, after doing this, we need to also restart our Docker Compose. Otherwise, it's not going to provide custom domain for us. For this, first, if you check Docker process using Docker PS, you'll find that it was created 10 minutes ago. Now it's time to restart it so that we also add one more image that is our caddy image. So we'll simply call Docker Compose up -d. Now it will pull caddy image and now everything is running healthy. Now to check if everything is working correctly or not, we need to check the logs. So here we can just call Docker Compose logs like here. Prisma migration work, and also it is starting to get an SSL certificate for us. So for that reason, you should always add the DNS record first inside your own custom domain, and then you should restart caddy so that it can provide SSL certificate directly. Now we'll find that previously we are accessing the IP address and port directly, but now we can call our custom domain that we have specified and it is working from our custom domain now. Here you will find that it has also provided an SSL certificate from Let's Encrypt and it is going to be similar. Username will be admin and Umami will be the password. Now In this way, we have successfully self-hosted our Umami instance. Now, you need to do one more thing, like here inside admin settings, you need to go to profile and change your password because Umami password is very common. You need to have some hard password so that anyone cannot crack and access the admin. Now, if you had enabled port 3000 in your firewall for testing, but it's important that you should now remove that rule because now we are using custom domain. That means that we are using port 443, port 3000 is no longer required. We can just disable that rule. And here we can do anything like our news site, just add the domain name, and then we need to add our domain. This was an application that we have built in our previous videos. We use this, just don't include HTTPS and save it. Now, after doing this, you need to copy the analytics URL, that is this one. Now, this was the application that we have built in our previous tutorials. So for this, what we want to do, you need to copy the tracking URL and you need to paste it inside the head element. So since it was a React application, we need to open index.html. Here inside the head element, we need to paste it directly. And now it will call the script and it will enable tracking. Now we need to just run it locally first. It's calling pnp dev, opening localhost port like this. And we need to also inspect it. Go to networking tab, and now after visiting this URL, so here you will find our website is working, as well as here it's also calling our endpoint and sending this payload data. Now inside our website overview, we'll start getting some data. Like as you can see here, it's showing one user is online, and we just visited our website and all the other data from which country we are. And this is how we self-host Umami inside our own server. Now remember one thing, in this case we are using our own database. If you think that you don't want to manage your own database, you need to just remove the database part from our service in Docker Compose file and just replace your own database URL, including the database name, database password, and the host. It can be Superbase or Neon or other database that it supports. So that's all for this video. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.